This is Big E.
I want residuals.
Oh, and of course, we've got to drag on some more Rob Halford and Judas Priest into the show since we had a
Of course you do.
highlight on Monday. So on Whip Ass Wednesday, I got some things that have been whipping ass since last Friday. Yeah.
I like your
Swabby's
hat there, Kenny. That's a nice hat there.
Kind of spiffy, huh?
Yeah.
50 freaking years, baby.
Except now it's 52.
52?
Right? They've had that merchandise for a while. Damn you, COVID. Speaking of whipping ass.
Yeah.
Whipping ass on the world. But we're coming back. This is the world's comeback tour right now.
I'll show you some highlights from my Friday evening coming up on a Whip Ass Wednesday. What about you, Freak Nation? Who's whipping some ass for you on this Whip Ass Wednesday in the Freak Nation?
Richie's shirt. Speaking of what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Seriously. Well done.
Hey, Richie, do you know the mating call for geese?
No, can't see I do. Cannot see I do. I don't know why I would.
Well, I think I do.
I think we know now.
Yeah, they have been dying to bone for about 24 hours.
All night.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah.
And I know you woke up a couple times during the night, Kenny, and I was like, is that really? Yeah, that is. They won't shut up. And they're still out there just talking. And then when you look out, all you see is, two geese swimming in the water. Little G.I. Joe swimming in the water reference there. And there's two pairs of them, so maybe that's why they're so loud. They're just non-stop.
I know what they sound like. And the thing that fascinates me the most is we think we're so sophisticated as human beings. Men think we have got it going on and really how to pick up women and meet women and marry women and do the dirty with women. We're just following the geese. We're doing the same damn thing geese have been doing for a million freaking years. Now, yeah. Trying to impress them with whatever we got around us. And a woman just keeps on going. Just goes until something clicks and then bam. I haven't seen it bam yet because they've been chasing them for 24 hours. And it's the same couple. There's two couples.
Yeah.
The perils of living near the water.
Yeah.
And having a
World
pool, I
problem.
guess, too.
Well. So the ducks aren't coming around anymore. Now it's the geese's turn to get down.
I don't know where the ducks are. They're
Duck
they
season.
have hit.
Rabbit season.
It is rabbit season too.
Yeah, it is.
Or as we say, honey, look at the Easter bunnies helpers out there looking for spots. It works.
Yes.
It works. She believes it.
Yep.
Anyway, kids are listening. It is true. It absolutely is true. The Easter bunnies helpers are in full force right now.
Richie, you're headed to Tahoe for a little bachelor party this weekend.
That's correct. Yes.
Please tell me that millennials are carrying on the tradition of typical bachelor parties where there's donkeys. Okay, they're not.
Yeah,
No.
that was never a typical bachelor
No, there
party.
wasn't. What does a typical millennial bachelor party consist of nowadays, Rich?
Well, considering the group that's going is I consider most of us to be, we're not quite 100% all in hipsters, but most of us are. I'd say we're vibing towards that direction. So we're not like your typical group here. We're not your typical group. It's mostly going to be lots of drinking, some gambling, and then throwing hitting the slopes too.
Nice. Oh, actually, yeah, that sounds perfect to me. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Because
you guys are
I
big
miss skiing
skiers.
right now.
Have you ever been to the? We're going to this place called Heavenly,
Heavenly, yeah.
South Lake Tahoe.
Good place.
You guys,
Good for
oh,
you.
you guys have been there. Cool. Good to know.
Yep.
Well, I have not skied there, but I have heard nothing but good things about it. Kenny, you've skied there a couple times, haven't you?
Yes.
Mm.
It wasn't a bachelor party, but it involved a stripper's pole.
And
So
there
you're
we
telling me
go.
there's the stripper pole's not going to be involved? And I'm not saying anything derogatory, Richie. You
No,
guys could be
no, I
flying
don't-
on the stripper's pole.
No, I don't think so. No.
God.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no strippers. It was vetoed.
Vetoed.
Is that politically incorrect to say stripper's pole now, or do you say workout pole?
What?
What do you say?
I
Because
think stripper itself is bad enough.
Is it?
So screw the pole.
I don't
The
know.
pole
I
is
don't know if
just an
I'm supposed.
accessory.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but they did post pictures of it, so it's on the internet and easy to figure out. My best friend Corey had her bachelorette party recently, earlier this month, and one of the things that they did was they had a pole dancing class that they all took together.
See, Crasher?
Don't know. I want to do one of those so badly because apparently you come away from that and your arms are just jelly. You're just like, you have no use of your arms. It's apparently very difficult. Yeah.
Richie, seriously, I know Corey. That's just an excuse. Yeah, a pole dancing class. And you guys hook, line, and sinker believe that shit? Jeez. Good to see the
Yes.
women millennials aren't killing bachelorette parties. So you're not going to there's not going to be any tigers, any baby mamas, any scenes of Mike Tyson.
Oh,
There's not going to be any chickens, any teeth removed.
Hopefully
let's wait
not.
until Monday. Let's wait
Hope-
until Monday.
Hopefully
We'll
not.
find out.
You never know.
Man, you need the granddaddy to come around to show you guys how to party.
Says the man who did not have a bachelor party.
Oh, hell no. I hosted enough of them to last me through Henley's future husband's bachelor party. And then there are pictures and videos. Just every time I open Facebook, I just, oh, please, someone don't post anything.
I will say, at least from what I've heard,
Uh-oh.
you've got some very friendly friends because how many times have people actually messaged you and say,
Mhm.
would you be okay if I posted this?
Mm.
What? It's a picture. Post it.
Kenny, you were stripping at our party in college. I have a picture of you in a G-string. You mind if I
Did you
post
really?
that?
Did you really?
Oh, hell yes.
Jeez.
And the best part about it is my girlfriend bought me the G-string.
What is going on here? I
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
Okay.
I mean, women are far advanced. You guys are million years ahead of men in just accepting reality. Men are such douchebags. Jealousy.
was a-
and- what?
No, I was watching some throwback videos from you guys' old TV show.
Hmm.
And there was a segment that you guys did on the show where you guys had Speed Freaks thongs.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And you went around to people
Mhm.
asking them, would you wear the Speed Freaks thong?
We just gave one away, was it last week?
Mhm.
To one of our friends for her 35th birthday.
Yep. Did she wear it?
Kenny, I have no idea.
Gosh,
Don't ask for proof.
I'm getting so close to offending somebody out there. You can email me at reflores@gmail.com. Damn it, man. Talk to my guys. Richie, good to see that your Coyotes aren't in the cellar anymore. What do they got? 43, 44 points?
They have 44 points. They were the
Mhm.
best team in March there for a little bit. They have since come back down to earth, lost their last couple games. But yeah, they're not dead last.
Mhm.
They're 31st in the league. The Kraken leaped over them yesterday, so the Kraken are 30th, Coyotes 31st, and the Canadiens are 32nd.
Did you see who was at the Yotes
Sure.
game last night?
That was awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Connor
Very
Daly, IndyCar driver, was hanging out at the Yotes game last night. That was pretty cool. I don't know why
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
like-
there, but
Exactly. I didn't either. I thought,
All
wait a
about
minute,
that
where'd this come
crossover.
from?
Right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool, though.
Richie, can you get your crack staff together and see if there is a crappier pro sports town team ownership than Phoenix?
Haven't we done this before?
I think we have. I mean, Ken Kendrick. By the way, is Skip Dick showing up to the Suns games? Did we ever figure that out? Sarver.
Still unconfirmed
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
I mean, I don't care how you spin it, Richie. What the hell's Morello doing with the Coyotes? Spin it, please.
Just waiting on the city of Tempe. That's the best way to describe it.
Have you not been waiting since Gretzky came and went?
Been waiting for 15 years. Yeah, at this point, 20 years, 25 years. But
listen, I'm not saying that there's going to be that one dude who says, what about the Cowboys ownership? What about Mark Cuban and his sexual harassment? What about the Rangers and their 2 failed World Series? I get it. But I can't find a town or a city that's worse than Phoenix collectively with a city that has 4 pro sports teams. Those 4, okay?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Nope.
Nope. At least the
Speaking
Cavaliers have won a championship.
Speaking of Ken Kendrick, they I think they set a record yesterday for lowest attendance ever at a spring training game.
Hold on, let's guess. Do you know the number?
Wait, yeah, do you know the number?
I don't. Do you know the number?
Yes, I do. I do, yes.
Let's guess.
And
Lowest number ever at a spring training game. Okay, I have an idea.
I would assume this is through the entire Cactus League, that attendance is just shit, right? Because you have all of these snowbirds that plan to come down here, that they cancel their trip. So I would imagine that it's pretty piss poor, which I can't blame them. What does Salt River hold, Richie?
About 12 to 13,000.
Okay. That doesn't make me change my number. I was going to say 527.
Scratcher.
Jeez, you're talking about that's. Hey, there are fall league games. I get that, so it's not too far off, to be honest.
All right, Crasher just had the concession stands. Richie, I will say 3,500.
That's a lot.
And the winner is Kenny Sargent, because according to Bob Nightingale, the D-backs and Rangers drew a record low 3,715 fans Tuesday at Salt River Fields in Scottsdale. So seats 11,000 people. That's it.
That's a record low?
That's a third.
Wow. Yeah. But I totally thought it would be much less than that.
500.
Well, okay, maybe not 500, but
even
I thought it would
during
be in the 1,000
even during the
range.
week, these games are usually fairly packed. Like, they're not packed to the brim like they are in the weekends, but like you'll still get 8,000 or 9,000 people there on a day-to-day basis. But
8,000 will stumble into that place.
Yeah.
Remember, we
Especially
have
at
a
Salt River
country
Fields.
of people that, whether they know it or not, subscribe to Kool-Aid. And yet we hold the power to tell these guys to F off, owners and players. The Players Association and the ownership in Major League Baseball, just imagine a divorced couple that you know times 10. And the animosity and the lack of trust between those two entities. When I was young and stupid, I would take the owner's standpoint. But now that I'm old and stupid, I take the players' standpoint more often. But this is on both of those bastards. Over and under, Richie, how many Diamondbacks games I take my 8-year-old to. Which, by the way, we were out front. We played 10 minutes of soccer and then 10 minutes of baseball.
Last night, right.
Was that last night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was cooking dinner. You guys were,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Over under.
1.5.
And I'm taking the under. I bet you go to none this year.
As a father, I'm your father.
Henley,
I'm gonna take the over, and I'm gonna beat that the first week. Well, when are the Rangers out here?
Hold on. Two things are at play here. Number one, you don't give a damn because baseball. Number two, thanks to COVID being pretty much donezo, the schedule has changed a lot for us and travel is back on the books full force.
Yep.
So I challenge you to find a time. Find an open weekend to do so. I don't think it's there.
The Stros are out here middle of April. I might go see that.
Okay, is that a
One or two
weeknight?
of that series. I don't know, Crash. Let me see when the Rangers visit.
You're not going to an Astros game. Nope.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
You're not.
Yeah, one time I liked the Astros. They started beating freaking trash cans. Assholes. Okay. It's still weird. Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, that one makes me mad. The political correctness is good to a point, but that one crossed the line. Indians is not a derogatory term. It's saluting them. I'm
gonna let you fight that fight, Crash.
That's clearly I would lose.
Yep.
Clearly, but I don't see that as a partial Indian right here.
I'm still mad that the Washington Bullets changed their name.
Right?
That's a badass name, the Bullets.
Right.
It is a badass
Nothing.
name.
You're right. Nothing says like pulling out a clock like a Washington Bullets. I mean, they took away the Red River Shootout.
Yeah. That makes me mad. Oh, come on. When does parenting come into this? I mean, the Red River Shootout. It's just a phrase, people. That doesn't mean there's a bunch of people shooting off guns.
No, that's what would happen is when you have Oklahoma and Texas, and then that's what they do after the game is they go out and they have like their 6-shooters. Yeah!
Like New Garden this weekend.
Yeah, why don't they take those away from Texas Motor Speedway?
That's probably next. Thank you, Kenny Sargent. Now that you said that, no NASCAR or IndyCar winner at that track will ever be able to shoot again.
Holy crap, Richie. Rangers aren't even coming to Arizona. I might take the under. Whoa.
The Rangers aren't coming to Arizona at all? Yeah.
I don't see it.
That would be the only reason you would go to a Diamondbacks game.
Maybe take her to a Dodgers game. Since she's from Los Angeles, she thinks. She is.
She is. Ooh. You're going out on a massive limb there.
And we'll both wear Freak the Dodgers shirts. That is true. I'm going through it again, man. Wow, Rangers, it's all Stros.
Huh.
All right. All right, we'll whip some ass when we get back here, Freak Nation. You good, Richie?
I'm ready. I got a great story. To share.
Okay, he goes first.
All right. Hey, Freak Nation, our buds at General Tire want to give you $70 back on a Visa prepaid card. How do you get it? Well, you buy 4 qualifying passenger tires from General Tire, up to $70 back. We're not talking these high-performance bad boys you see in the ARCA series. Passenger tires. You follow me? For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. GeneralTire.com. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. And, of course, the official tire of the Freak Nation.
Have you heard about Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner? Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner is made of the highest quality components, giving you superior performance and leaving no residue. How do you apply this? You apply Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner liberally to the parts that need to be cleaned. You'll eliminate brake fluid, grease, dust, and dirt components. We know a little bit about that here in the desert, I'd say. And basically what that does is that makes you a happy driver because now your brake noise is gone and your performance has gone up. Boom.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. The biggest racing weekend ever at Worldwide Technology Raceway is coming June 3rd through the 5th. The party starts Thursday with the NASCAR Fan Fest and Hauler Parade at Ballpark Village. Cup practice and truck qualifying on Friday, Cup qualifying and the Toyota 200 on Saturday, and it all wraps up on Sunday with the Enjoy Illinois 300. This is the first time in a lifetime to see the NASCAR Cup Series at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Go to worldwidetechnologyraceway.com to get your tickets now. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
While the other networks are in reruns, see what we run. Monday, get ready for another episode of UPN's outrageous hidden camera show, Red-Handed.
Let's see some wrestling.
Where unsuspecting victims are caught making complete jerks of themselves on national television.
Emmy always lies when he goes out with the guys.
This dude likes to get down and dirty, and his girlfriend's gonna call him on it.
I heard a girl.
It's for people.
See what happens when he gets caught with his pants down.
No. Let me explain.
Monday at 9 on UPN Channel 13.
It's a whip-ass Wednesday here in the Freak Nation. Got to make it official.
This is Big E.
I want residuals.
Richie, why don't you start it off, bud?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, because I want to bring up the story of this young lady right here. This is Eve Gascon. She is a goaltender in the Canadian Hockey League for the Gatineau Olympiques of the QMJHL. Why am I bringing her up? You're like, wait a minute. I thought the Q, as we call it in hockey circles,
Of course.
was a men's league. You'd be correct. Eve is only the fourth female in the history of the Canadian Hockey League to play in a game. She started for Gatineau this past weekend, and she ended up losing the game, but she's 18 years old.
Damn.
And making history. Congratulations to Eve Gascon, kicking ass, playing with the boys at 18 years old. And
She good?
to say.
Clearly, she's good. She's only the fourth woman to do this. A woman to do this.
Yes, and it's the first. Like I said, you can see. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's the first time this has happened in over 20 years.
Bang.
And yeah, so it's a great story. I don't know, like, if she has any actual like prospects of sticking around for the long term or anything, but like, still a badass freaking story. So congratulations to Eve about that. And we'll probably see her on the Canadian Olympic women's team sooner rather than later, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That is badass. That is badass. More fodder for my beautiful daughter to realize, baby, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job, Richard.
Yeah, that's wow.
Crasher, you got some ass kicking today?
Yeah, but I'm kind of taking the words of, well, Halford and whoever was the original singer of the song that he was redoing, saying, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Okay.
I think after what we saw this past weekend in our brackets, I mean, we all got our asses whipped. But I think that Kansas is the number one seed that is just going to freaking cruise through this upcoming weekend.
Whoa.
I believe it. I mean, everybody's still so high on Arizona, but they had a scare. They had a scare on, was that Sunday? Saturday? I'm all confused on my days. So, yeah, I think that Kansas, and I can't stand saying this, but I truly think that they're about to whip somebody's ass all weekend. I think they're in Chicago. It's just going to be complete domination on their way to the Final Four.
Why do you hate saying me? It's not like
I'm
Kansas.
just not a Kansas fan. I never
Why?
have been.
It's not like
they
they
had their
ruled
battles.
IU.
No, they didn't. But they had their battles in the tournament with the Hoosiers in the 80s and 90s. Long time ago. But yeah, I feel like everybody gave us scares over this past weekend except Kansas. They rolled. And I think they're about to roll again.
You heard it first.
Right. Yeah, like that's really
March
going out on a limb.
23rd.
It's really going out on a limb.
Crasher kicking some ass with her prediction that Kansas is about to roll over the competition.
U of A is gonna lose to Houston.
That's a very.
I don't say that. I'm biased.
Yes.
I'm an Arizona State alum, but number one, they probably should have lost to TCU anyway. U of A, when I kid you not, they went like 5 minutes without scoring a point in the second half of that game to allow TCU to get back in it. End up taking the lead late before it went to overtime. There was a controversial call. But Houston is apparently really good defensively, if not the best defensive team in the entire country. And they're going to shut down the Wildcats. So I tend to agree with Crash. Granted, I put $20 down on Kansas right after they won their first game of the tournament at 7-1. They were 7-1 at that time. It has since gone down. They are now the second favorite behind Gonzaga. Last time I checked, it was about plus 450. So the odds have gotten more in favor of Kansas. But again, I'm all on the Kansas train because of Remy Martin. I explained that I think last week.
That's right.
But I'm a big Remy Martin guy. Go Devils.
You know, the Sean Miller stink still resonates with me with U of A. But
did you see he's back at Xavier?
Oh, did that happen?
What?
Yes, he's going back to
dream.
Xavier. No, it's real. He's.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
Reincarnation is true.
You know, we used to use Cliff Kingsbury as your head coach as a joke.
And then it became true.
It's still a joke, but after you've got 22 lawsuits of sexual assault and you get a guaranteed inheritance for some countries, oh, look at that. This doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't.
Well, what's the worst headline? Sean Miller as Xavier's men's coach or Deshaun Watson as the Browns
Deshaun
quarterback?
Watson, for sure.
It's Deshaun Watson, for sure.
Yeah. It's just... And I will say this, just like I said with the Kaepernick, when the Kaepernick thing broke, I said, this thing's got legs. Once football's back on the front page, this Deshaun Watson thing has legs. And I believe it's not going to be because of the NFL, because they got the balls the size of a freaking bat.
Bat balls.
It's going to happen because of public outcry. And unfortunately, it's going to happen because of women tired of getting jacked around.
Well, what was the statement? I think we were on the airplane on Monday when I just read over this quote on a tweet that the Browns are claiming they did thorough research or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the attorneys for Deshaun Watson were contacted and they said they haven't been contacted by any NFL team, period. Oh, nice thorough research there. Nice thorough research when you don't even have, speaking of balls, the cojones to go contact your players' lawyers to find out the actual story that they know.
Yeah, Haslam's a punk. Oh, man. Okay, the good news is I got somebody that's been kicking ass.
Okay.
As we talked about it. This guy right there.
Right.
There's Rob Halford welcoming on Glenn Tipton, who several years ago was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
Right.
And Glenn Tipton's one of the OG guitar players, of course, with Judas Priest. And it's a pleasure every time you see Glenn Tipton roll out on stage. He doesn't go to every show, but evidently Dallas was pretty special to him, and Glenn Tipton came out and played all of their encores. It's great to see him. As his shirt says, no surrender. You're damn straight, Glenn.
You should be putting Glenn Tipton and Richie Faulkner up there.
Well, look at that shot.
There you go.
There you go.
A man who survived near death on stage with his heart exploding, and then that was being Richie Faulkner, and then Glenn Tipton, Parkinson's, yet coming out and still shredding. Awesome.
Richie, do you want me to show you something that's so badass that maybe even my younger self would appreciate this? You see what's behind us? A couple of Dallas's finest.
Yeah, those are cops.
Yeah. So a couple of old dudes got real cocky, pulled out some 24-ounce beer, and started drinking in front of cops.
Shout out to you for going with the Coors Banquet there.
Yeah. Hell yes. Tucker went with Bud Light. Look at him rocking the vintage Speed Freaks hat too.
Hold on though.
What?
Where are you guys?
We're at the concert.
Okay,
the
so
concession stand.
What's wrong with pulling out the beers and drinking?
Well, just it's like we're acting like we're 18 years old again, going, we're drinking beers in front of the cops.
Okay. Well,
oh, look at us. Oh.
I thought you were at a convenience store. It looks like a donut shop or something. And I'm like, okay, if you're not supposed to open them in the convenience store, I get it. But if it's at the concert, come on, yo.
It's freaking beers. Henley lost about a year's worth of college buying those two things. And then to cap it off, there were two people that were allowed backstage to meet Rob. There you go.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Only two people.
Yep.
Nice.
It's kind of buzzed. Rob walked off. I said, I love you, man.
Did you really?
Probably made him feel so awkward because I love you too. I was going, God, I woke up the next morning like, I just told Rob Halford I love him.
Was that more awkward of the time that former co-host of this particular program, Bo Brock, and yourself had a bet where whoever lost had to tell all the guests on the show that day, I love you?
Josh Halford, very first.
Yeah.
ProFootballTalk.com.
Very first time having him on the show.
What was that? Was that a Washington versus Dallas
I think it
bet
was.
or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Love you, Rob. God. I had a... Yeah, okay. Enough said. Anyway, just greatness. It was so awesome. It was awesome. Rob Halford, Judas Priest whipping some ass. Love you, Rob.
Just can't get over
I
it.
know it. Crasher knows this too. We'll just be somewhere. We could be a Target, and she'll just hear this. Ugh. It's me having a memory of something that I just cringe at. I'll just, ugh.
I'm like, what now?
What happened? No,
Yeah,
I
what
told
do you
Rob
do?
Halford last night I loved him. And I think I put my hand on the back of his head too, like, I love you, Rob.
Oh, God. It gets worse.
Yeah. God, get you drunk ass. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's like, no more backstage for that man.
Man. And Thomas's significant other comes out, and I know why he came out, try and get us away from him. Thomas, I know. Rob doing all the talking.
Did you say that to Thomas?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I love you, Thomas. All right, so the over-under for me going to Diamondbacks games this year is 1.5. Gosh, I hope I take the over, but I don't know if I'm going to now. The Rangers aren't going to show.
I'll probably take the over on I went to 2 last year, so I feel like that's
Right.
my baseline. Like I'll probably go to 2, at least 2 this year. I went last year to the no-hitter. That was
Oh,
dope.
right.
Yeah.
I was at that game. That was
Well,
cool.
maybe we go together, Richie. Maybe, Oh, love you, Richie.
You're still under. You're still under if you go to
Love
a
you,
game
Rob.
together.
Glenn, love you too. Scott Travis, drummer, love you.
This is all a day of love.
Love you, cops. Love you 3. I love speed freaks.
You know, this is like that speech in Bull Durham.
Oh, that's right. It's so good. That's a movie I need to watch.
Yeah, it's
Gosh.
been a while.
Now that I'm hooked on freaking Yellowstone, I got to go back and watch all those Coster flicks.
He seems much better in Yellowstone than he is in some of his movies.
He's good.
Yeah.
But it kind of drives me crazy because he's talking like this.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll do it again on Friday. Sans Richard, as he's got donkeys and stripper poles.
This is Big E.
I want residuals.